For meditating, you should say that, Mother, make me the Spirit. I am the Spirit. Mother, I am the Spirit. You start seeing through the eyes of the Spirit everything. Then you do not feel bad. You laugh at yourself, make fun of yourself, and then you enjoy yourself, you live with yourself, you play with yourself, you joke with yourself, and the whole thing becomes a joke. But for this, when you meditate, you find out first of all what is the matter with you. But not mentally you resolve it. Through your vibrations and mantras. Mantras are very important for Sahaja Yogis. If these mantras could be said loudly is better in the beginning. That is why in privacy you can do all these things. In your room you can work it out. Now you can use lemons, you can use water, you can use light, you can use ether, akash, you can use sea. All these things you can use to cleanse yourself. Every day you must know which chakra to be cleared out. You must know about yourself, where is the problem, how it is to be cleansed, how we have to clear it out. Do not take it for granted. Many people who have got, say, left-sided problem, you will just bring them lemon and chilies and think that Mother has done the job. I can only do the job temporarily. But if there's a vacuum, again you will suck in. You see, if vacuums within you feel hungry again to have some more. So to take out that vacuum is your job, and for that you have to religiously get after all your defects. That's the most important thing for all of you.
To eat? Is there anything wrong with eating chilies?
No, it suits some people very much. Some people should have, those who suffer from colds will be a good idea. Suffer from constipation is a good idea. But don't eat too much of anything. But it's good for some people. Something is good for some people, something is good for some people. You have to just find out. For people who get constipated, it is better to have little of green chilies all the time. It is very rich in vitamin C. It's very rich in vitamin C. It's good for people who catch colds very easily. There is no need to go to Himalayas. Whatever is covering his Himalayas is what is nothing but the water from the sea only. It's one of the circles that water passes to the Himalayas, then comes back as rivers, again falls into the same sea. They have to come to the sea. So it is, everything ends up here. And then it is allowed, it goes to tapasya. It allows the sun to create that cloud by suffering the heat of the sun, and becomes vapors. Then it goes as clouds and you get your rain. In the same way, we have to bear the heat of others, anger of others, and create vapors, means the blessings, the vibrations for others. It is with me, same thing. When I see somebody who is sick and I treat him, of course I have to bear a little bit, sometimes quite a lot. Then I absorb it, and then they become vibrations. They just start flowing as vibrations. So this is what you have to learn from the sea, which is very important for Sahaja Yogis, that you absorb everything, doesn't matter. But don't get attached to it and let it become vapors, and the sea can now become the vapors. As you all are here, all these vapors as vibrations should flow. This method you should try to understand by courage. Because the other day when I was coming, there was a lady sitting just on the way. Mother, her feet are out of order or something gone wrong, please treat her. Why should I treat? Why can't you treat? Are you afraid to treat someone? Then there's another one who comes up to say, Mother, you treat. Why can't you treat? You all can treat them, you can help them, and you will be surprised, the more you will treat them, the better you will be. You should venture, you should have that much courage to treat others. If you don't treat others, you won't grow. Because that is what, like the sea, as you have seen, you become the vibrations. When you treat others, there are more vibrations. Why should God give you vibrations if you are not going to use it? Simple logic. Why should God give you light if you are not going to use it? Christ has said that you don't put light under a measure. That's what we are doing. When we are not using our hands, our feet, our brains for Sahaja Yoga, we are not creating vibrations within ourselves. The same body that is yours can just become a bundle of vibrations if you start using these vibrations. But if you don't use these vibrations, you will have problems all the time, and you will not understand why I am doing everything, I am doing this, because you are not using your vibrations. You have to use your vibrations in every way possible, wherever is possible, to help others to get all right, to get well. You can at the most take a bandhan if you like, if you think that it might hurt you or something. But at least use my photograph. And after the photograph you can just touch the person, there is no harm. After all, if you are afraid even of any troubles, then what's the use of becoming a Sahaja Yogi? If the ship is not seaworthy, what's the use of making a ship? You have to be seaworthy. And that's what you have to decide, that we are going to be Sahaja Yoga worthy. And for that, we are going to absorb all the vibrations. We are going to take up everything upon ourselves. Little trouble also they have. They'll tell me 10 times. We went there, then this happened, then that happened, then this. But I never tell you anything. What happens to me, how I came here, what was there, nothing. Because I know that all this is whatever I am doing is created into vibrations. In the same way, have faith that you are all just like the sea, like the Mahaguru, and that whatever you are doing is creating vibrations within you by which you can save so many. It's something like a cycle, again I said, that the more you give, the more you get. The more you use your vibrations, much more you will get it. It's a very nice cycle that is acting as it has acted in the case of the sea, as I told you, that the water goes to the Himalayas, comes back at rivers in the same way. Manyfold the vibrations will be growing, and I would say that we should always use our vibrations for helping others, for giving to many things, to the plant, to the anything.